So today I'm deciding to use my laptop to record. I know the video is quite terrible, but luckily MacBooks have great audio, so the audio quality is quite good. Today I want to talk about the future of e-commerce and where e-commerce is going in Ghana and in Africa. This is actually inevitable. I mean, I know a lot of people might not agree with me because they actually have not thought about this, but if you think about it from first principles, you realize that it's actually inevitable. So right now, the way most people are selling online is they are selling online via social media, via DMs, via like WhatsApp or Instagram, whereby they are probably just posting content on TikTok or whatever these social media platforms are, and they use that to drive sort of leads or people who want to buy, people who are interested in their products, so they post content about their products or stuff, and people who want to buy contact them either via phone call, via WhatsApp or whatever to make those purchases. Now, this is not scalable and it cannot keep on going like this because immediately you get beyond like 10 to 20 products, it becomes very cumbersome. So, are you going to be posting those products every day? How do customers like get to know what those products are? Let's say you are selling clothes. Let's say it's clothing in a specific dress with different colors, different sizes. You are now going to be responding to all those customers. It takes about 3 5 minutes, maybe even more in a lot of cases, to respond to each customer. So imagine if you have like you are making like 1,000 orders a day. It means you basically, let's say 1,000 orders, it means you need 5 times 1,000. That's 5,000 minutes of people's time. Some, whether it's your staff you're going to employ or whoever is going to be responsible for handling all those customer requests. It's going to be expensive for you because if you're going to be having to pay those people in the first place or whoever that person is, you're going to have to pay them out of your bottom line. Now, it is just way more efficient to let all those people who want to buy go to a website or order via a mobile app, unless you are not ready to get into the big leagues. If you just want to keep on selling in the small leagues, maybe a couple of 10 or a couple of number of orders every day, but if you want to get into the big leagues where you're selling hundreds to thousands of items every day, you kind of need to gravitate, unless you're not a brand and you're just using marketplaces. If you're just using marketplaces, then the marketplaces usually handle these things for you. If you're using like Amazon or GG or any of these marketplaces, and they work for you. But what you always realize with marketplaces too is that the disadvantage with marketplaces is that they eventually all get saturated, because it might start out that yes, you are making a lot of money there, but what's going to happen is that other people are going to see that you're making money there, and they're all going to jump onto that marketplace, and it's going to be very competitive. You're going to lose out on market share because of that. I'm not saying don't sell on marketplaces, but that's just the reality of how e-commerce works on marketplaces. So the most beautiful place to be in e-commerce is to build an e-commerce brand. So have an e-commerce brand where you're known for a specific category of items or selection of items, and people come to you always for those things, and they know your brand, they know your website, they know your app, or wherever your online store is. They get to that online store all the time when they need that specific service, product, or whatever. This is how you actually have to sell online. If you're selling any other way, it's inefficient because you are going to run against challenges like the platform getting inefficient, whether it's social media or whatever, and also there's no way to have repeat revenue. Like what that means is like when people are actually shopping for your website or for your app, most of the time whatever software you're using to manage that website or that app, like in our case, if you're using our software, because my company actually, that's the kind of software we build random. If you're using our software, we basically keep all your customers details when they order from you and stuff, and we also the customers who have mobile apps for their shops, they have push notification access to directly send blasts to these customers, especially when they have new stock, new things, new promotions. They're running promotions and stuff. You can send a message to all these customers. You can send a push notifications to all these mobile phones, and customers will know that you have things in stock, and they can easily just get to your website or get to your mobile app and make those orders. Now, this is how e-commerce must be done, because without this, you cannot have, which is, I believe, the most important metric in business, which is the lifetime value. You need to have a high lifetime value for each customer. If you're just selling on social media, what happens to those customers? They come and they go, and people on social media are flaky. They are not consistent because, they are not always going to open the app, or maybe they are also there looking at other things, so their attention is divided. compared to somebody coming to your website or coming to your mobile app. They are usually going to be focused because they are there for that specific purpose, and then they're not going to be distracted by anything else. The only choices they have are the choices you give them. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you can send messages to these people every now and then to let them know you have new stuff so that they can order from you. This is the future of e-commerce. Like, it can't happen any other way. Tell me it can happen any other way. Any other way is inefficient. You see, and the people who are doing the efficient way will always outcompete those who are doing the inefficient way because they can offer better service, better prices. Yeah, that's just what it is. So it's inevitable that e-commerce in Ghana and Africa is going to go towards websites and mobile apps. People think it's not going to happen like the same way people thought like people will not adapt to using barcodes for restaurant menus. Like, it started like, oh, first you go to the restaurant and then you scan the menu with a barcode. And the physical menu is also there. You get access to it if you want it. Those who don't want to scan the barcode, but they were forcing us to like, oh, just scan the barcode. Oh, when you scan the barcode, it's easier because usually they put one menu on the table. So if you're like 2-3 people, one person will get the menu, and then like there's a shortage of menus, so the rest have to just scan. Gradually people warmed up to it, and then eventually they took away the physical menu altogether. Restaurants are saving money from physical menus, not having to print physical menus because it's a lot of work to just print all those physical menus, and they keep their menus updated real time. They can change something today and then it's updated everywhere. They don't need to now go and reprint all those physical menus. Like, it's just more efficient. Technology makes the world just more efficient, makes processes more efficient, makes businesses more efficient, makes everything just more efficient and better in every single metric. So this is why the future of e-commerce is inevitably, it can't happen any other way. And this is how the thought process for Neanom came about. It's just like that, because no matter what happens, Africans need a solution near Neanom which is specifically designed for Africa, not solutions designed for the West. Solutions that are based on things like SMS that allow people to make orders quickly with their mobile numbers, get the text message with the link to the order details that they can just click on, link to their receipts, everything. You get it? And it's just streamlined and designed for the modern African consumer. And that's where e-commerce is definitely going to go, and is going inevitably, because that's how the world works. Efficiency always drives the business use case, because at the end of the day, we want to give customers better service, and we want to also give customers better prices, otherwise we can't compete.